The Saucony Peregrine laces are out. Welcome back to Run4Adventure, guys. Hope you are having a great week and you are staying fit and healthy with all this coronavirus madness going on. We are back with another shoe review, but this time it is a shoe review with a difference. We don't normally do this at the channel, but this shoe has impressed us so much at Run4Adventure, we thought we'd do a 200-mile review on this shoe. And the shoe is, drumroll, the Saucony Peregrine 10. We reviewed the Peregrine 10 on the channel about a month ago. We loved running the 50 miles in it. We gave it one of the highest scores on the channel we've ever given for a shoe. So if you haven't seen that review, please go and check it out. Yep, do not adjust your sets. This shoe, believe it or not, has run 200 miles in some pretty terrible winter conditions. If you know me, for all them guys that know me, they know I look after my kit. So I take care of my shoes, and clearly I've cleaned this shoe up. But to look at it, you wouldn't have a clue this has run that sort of mileage. The upper, the midsole, the outsole looks like a brand new shoe. Okay, let's get stuck into what we've loved about spending 200 miles in this awesome trail running shoe from Saucony. The first thing we're going to discuss is performance of the Peregrine 10. After the first review, spending 50 miles in the shoe, I was super happy with it. But I've got to be honest, as I've spent more time in this shoe, it has just got better, which I can't believe that's happened because it felt pretty damn good after the first review. Once I bedded the shoe in, that midsole, that top sole of Power Run Plus compound just becomes super comfortable under your foot. It's got that perfect balance of comfort, ground feel, so you feel really connected when you're running out there on the trails. With the winter being so harsh in the UK this year, this shoe really has been pushed to its limits and tested pretty thoroughly over them 200 miles. We've run it on soft sandy towns, we've run it on shin deep mud, rocky technical trails, grassy steep bank descents, and this shoe has come out tops on every single terrain and in every single condition we've run it in. I've never doubted the shoe for one step. You feel super safe, you feel super grippy, and you can really trust this shoe when it comes to the level of grip and traction you get out on the technical trails. Next thing we're going to talk about is the upper and the fit of the Peregrine 10 after 200 miles. When we reviewed it last, I was really happy with the fit of the shoe and how it had improved so much in this new version of the Peregrine. I felt really locked in with that internal sleeve around the midfoot. Heel cup felt really well supported in the rear of the foot. And after all that mileage, and like I said, in some challenging winter conditions, this upper still feels like I've just taken it out of the box. I put my foot in it, I do them laces up. The upper hasn't given, it hasn't stretched at all. Sometimes when you put 200 miles through a shoe, or even less than 200 miles in a shoe, the upper starts to give a bit and you don't get that specific hold around the midfoot anymore. Or to get it, you have to pull them laces down a lot tighter to get that feel. Not happening in the Peregrine 10. Like I said, it feels like I've just taken it out of the box. Super snug, really connected like it's part of the foot. And again, you just feel dialed into this shoe, which always helps with a trail shoe when you're running technical terrain. So let's talk about durability when it comes to the Peregrine 10. I am super impressed with the durability of this shoe. Over the years, when it comes to durability with modern day shoes, quite a few shoes have let me down, especially when you're talking about the harsh British winters and the harsh trails that we run on. This shoe is holding up amazingly well. I've cleaned it off, and you honestly, you'd say it's probably done 10 or 20 miles, not 200. There is no signs of fatigue whatsoever on this upper. None of the overlays are coming away. There's no signs of fatigue at the flex point on this lightweight mesh upper. The shoe is holding up brilliantly when it comes to the upper. Outsole. When I reviewed the shoe initially, I was a little bit concerned about durability because this Power Track rubber is super soft, which is what makes it super grippy on all the different types of surfaces. Out of them 200 miles I've run in the shoe, I would say 50 or 60 of them miles has been on tarmac. And this rubber, even though it's soft, is holding up amazingly well. I've got a fraction of heel wear on the outside of the right shoe, but apart from that, the outsole looks untouched. You can even see some of the little texture on the rubber that was on there when the shoe was new. So this PowerTrack outsole is super durable. Anyone that follows the channel knows that I'm a big fan of Hoka shoes, especially the Speedgoat. So I've spent thousands of miles and many years running on the trails in a deep, cushioned midsole, which I really enjoyed. I loved the comfort of that. So I was a little bit worried going into the Peregrine and losing a lot of that cushioning under my foot. I thought over longer distance I'd really start to struggle. What I must say is this shoe has been super comfortable over all the distances I've run in it. Actually, having less cushioning under my foot has been a bit of a revelation. You know, now I'm used to it. I love having that ground feel and connection back to the trail. It's made a big difference to my running. And all I can see myself doing is spending a lot more happy miles in this shoe. Bringing this 200-mile shoe review to a quick conclusion. A lot of this we're going to reiterate from the initial shoe review we did on the Peregrine, but all them positives that we had in that review have just been heightened over the last 150 miles in the shoe. So if you're in the market for a trail running shoe and you want a shoe that is going to cross over lots of different terrains, whether it be mud, grass, rock, sand, whatever you run on, lots of different mileage, whether it be 10k, marathon, ultra marathon, you want a shoe that's going to fit lots of different foot shapes, whether it be narrow, wide, deep, shallow. Also, a shoe that is going to build confidence out on the trail. With this grip under your foot, you feel safe and connected to everything. Then, I couldn't recommend the Peregrine 10 enough. I must say, out of all the trail shoes I've had over all the years, hundreds and hundreds of pairs, this shoe would definitely go into my top 5. So again, if you're in the market for a trail shoe, check out the Peregrine 10. At Run4Adventure, we have been super impressed with all the Saucony updates in 2020, from the Triumph, the Guide 13, and obviously the Peregrine 10. We are lucky enough to have got hold of a pair of the new Kinvara 11s. I've done a couple of runs in them, about 11 miles. First impressions are, yep, you've guessed it, it feels like another great update from Saucony. Super comfortable shoe so far out of the box. That review will be coming once we've put 50 miles into the shoe, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Also, we have some really exciting news at the channel. We're going to tease you with it a little bit longer, so we're not going to give you too many details in this video, but hopefully in the next content we put on the channel, we'll be able to tell you a little bit more about it. That is a wrap on our first 200-mile shoe review at Run4Adventure. We really hope you found it useful, guys, and really hope you found the initial review useful as well. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you do, guys, if you join the Run4Adventure family, click that little bell notification as well, so every time we upload new content, you'll get notified about it. Comments, guys, on this one, we really want to hear your comments, so get down below in them comments. Have you run the Peregrine 10? Are you running the Peregrine 10? Are you finding it this awesome trail running shoe like we have? Is yours holding up really well to the mileage? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow us on our other social media platforms, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or Strava. I'm off to panic buy some toilet rolls. Thanks for watching, stay safe and keep on running.